Welcome to the Deep Dive on Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Sarah. Hello, everyone. Really excited to get into some interesting tech today.
Absolutely. Today, we're digging into two, well, pretty different offerings from JBL.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of touches on that classic question. Wired sound versus, wireless freedom.
Yeah, the age-old debate.
We've got the JBL Tune 310OC, that's their wired, high-res in-ear headphone. And we're putting it up against the JBL Endurance Race 2.
Which are those waterproof, true wireless sports earbuds. Very different beasts.
Exactly. So our mission today.
Well, we're aiming to really pull out the key info from all the material we've looked at, help you figure out what actually matters when you're trying to choose between these two. Whether you're looking for something for work calls or just curious about audio tech.
Right. So maybe you're a serious gym goer needing that total freedom, no wires getting in the way.
Or maybe you really prioritize that super clear wired audio, and maybe budget's a big factor too.
We'll try and help you figure out which JBL might be the right fit for you. Okay, let's jump in.
Let's do it.
So first up, let's talk about the wireless warrior, the JBL Endurance Race 2.
Okay.
Right off the bat, these just scream active lifestyle, don't they?
They absolutely do. And I think what's really fascinating is just how robust they feel.
Robust how? Like drop-proof.
Well, they've got this IP68 rating, which for you listening means they're properly waterproof and dustproof. We're not just talking splash resistant. They're protected against dust getting in, and you could, actually submerge them.
Submerge them in salt water, too.
Yep, fresh in salt water, deeper than a meter. So think rain, heavy sweat, dropping them. Even the charging case has some water resistance, IPX2. It really gives you that peace of mind for pretty much any workout scenario,
Oh.
rainy runs, beach sessions, whatever.
Wow, okay. That's seriously impressive durability.
Yeah.
But the big question for active earbuds, do they actually stay in? Because that's crucial, right?
Oh, absolutely critical. And this is where they bring in their ergonomic wing enhancer and something called twist lock technology.
Twist lock. Sounds secure.
It is. It's designed to sort of twist and lock into the shape of your ear. And judging by user feedback, it works really well. People consistently say things like they don't fall out when running, stay in place all workout long, even with lots of sweat.
So no mid-run earbud fumble.
Seems like it. One person even said you can shake your head pretty hard and they just don't budge. So yeah, stability seems like a major win here.
Excellent. Okay, they stay put, they're tough. What about the sound and the features that make the listening experience better during a workout?
Well, sound-wise, they've got 6.8 millimeter drivers pushing out that JBL pure bass sound, so expect a decent punch. But the really interesting part for active use is the noise control. They have active noise canceling.
Ah, okay, so blocking out the gym noise.
Exactly. It listens to your surroundings and filters out distractions. People seem really impressed, saying things like, excellent noise cancellation, letting them just focus on their music.
That's pretty key in a loud gym.
Definitely. But they also have smart ambient.
So you can hear things if you need to.
Right. It lets you control how much outside sound gets in. Crucial for, running outdoors near traffic or just hearing announcements at the gym. Safety and awareness.
Makes sense. And battery. Wireless always comes down to battery life eventually. How did these stack up?
They're pretty strong here. You get 12 hours from the earbuds themselves with ANC off.
12 hours. That's quite a lot for buds.
It is. And then the case holds another 36 hours. So total, you're looking at 48 hours of playback before you need to plug the case in.
Okay, that covers like a whole week of workouts for most people.
Pretty much. And if you're in a rush, a quick 10-minute charge gives you another 4 hours. Uses USB-C, which is standard now.
Good, good. And calls. How are they for taking calls on the go?
They've got 4 mics, 2 on each earbud, using beamforming. Basically, they focus on your voice and try to cut down background noise. Should mean clearer calls, even if you're, say, jogging outside.
Okay, so they seem packed with features. Can you customize any of this, like tweak the sound or the noise canceling?
Yep, that's where the JBL Headphones app comes in.
Ah, an app, okay.
Yeah, you can adjust the ANC levels, the ambient aware settings, and mess with the EQ. They even have, 6 preset sports modes, or you can create your own custom setup. So quite a bit of personalization available.
Gotcha. And the price for all this?
They come in at $89.95 new, and they first popped up around February 2025.
$89.95. Okay, so mid-range for feature pack sports buds. Right, that's the Endurance Race 2. Now let's completely switch gears. Let's talk about the wired workhorse, the JBL Tune 310OC.
Okay, the Tune 310OC, a very different approach.
Yeah, starting with the connection. It's USB-C, isn't it? No old school headphone jack here.
Exactly, which makes it instantly compatible with a lot of modern phones, laptops, PCs, even some gaming consoles. Just plug and play.
Simple. And sound. What's under the hood?
They use 9mm dynamic drivers, actually a bit larger than the Race 2's
Oh,
drivers.
interesting. Does bigger mean better sound?
Often means potential for stronger bass, yeah. They also have that JBL pure bass tuning. But the big headline here is the high-res audio certification.
High-res audio. Okay, explain that for us. What does that actually mean for listening?
It means they can reproduce a wider range of sound frequencies, basically delivering audio quality closer to the original studio recording. More detail, more clarity.
So better than your standard MP3 quality.
Potentially much better, yeah. Especially if you're listening to high-quality streaming services or files, you get more nuance, clearer highs, richer mids.
And do people actually notice this? Does it live up to the hype?
Well, looking at user comments, yeah, many really praise the sound quality. Phrases like very loud, high-quality speakers, deep, powerful bass come up a lot. And one user specifically mentioned getting that super high-res playback, 24-bit, 192 kilohertz, on services like Tidal. So it definitely delivers on that promise for audio buffs.
That's quite specific. Good to know it works.
And for practicality, they have a tangle-free flat cable, which is nice.
Oh yeah, tangled cables are the worst.
Tell me about it. And on that cable, there's a 3-button remote with a built-in microphone. So you can control music, volume, take calls easily.
Standard stuff, but useful. And didn't you mention something about EQ presets on the remote itself?
Yes, that's quite neat for a wired set. You can cycle through default, bass boost, or vocal boost profiles right there with the button.
I'm hitting an app.
Exactly. Quick, on-the-fly sound adjustment, which is pretty handy.
They sound really convenient, actually. Lightweight, too, you said.
Yeah, only about 14 grams. Very light. They first came out in March 2024.
So, sounds like a really solid, affordable option, especially with that high-res audio. But, there's always a but, isn't there? What about build quality, durability? Wired buds can sometimes be a bit fragile.
That is definitely the potential catch here. It's something that comes up in the reviews.
Yeah. What are people saying?
Well, while many love the sound and the value, I mean, they're only $24.95. There are quite a few reports about durability issues. Things like one side stopping working, problems with the wiring near the plug, or the USB-C connector itself getting loose or failing after a few months.
Okay. So maybe not built to last forever.
It seems like that might be the trade-off for the low price. Great sound, great features for the money, but maybe handle them with a bit of care. Longevity might be a concern for some users.
Right. $25 versus $90. There's got to be a difference somewhere.
Exactly. It often comes down to build materials and overall robustness.
Okay. So we've got the Endurance Race 2, tough, wireless, feature-rich, built for action, and the Tune 310OC, wired, affordable, high-res audio, maybe a bit delicate.
That sums it up pretty well.
So for you listening, trying to decide, let's break down the key differences side by side. Where do they really diverge?
Okay, let's nail down the comparison points. First, obviously, price. It's huge. Around $25 for the Tune 310 AOC versus nearly $90 for the Endurance Race 2. That's a massive factor right there.
Yeah, you could buy almost 4 pairs of the wired ones for the price of the wireless.
Pretty much. Then, connectivity and power. Race 2 is all about wireless freedom, that big 48-hour battery, quick charging. The 310C is USB-C, wired, simple, reliable power, never need to charge, but you are tethered.
Tethered, yeah, that's the key word. Next?
Noise control. If you need active noise canceling to block out the world, or that smart ambient to stay aware, the Endurance Race 2 is the clear winner. The 310AC only has passive isolation from the fit itself.
Which helps, but isn't the same as ANC.
Not at all. Then water resistance. Big difference here. IP68 on the Race 2 means it's basically swim-proof and dust-proof. Built for anything. The 310C has no official rating, so you'd want to keep it dry.
Definitely not for sweaty workouts or rainy days then. What about staying in your ears during activity?
Right, fit for activity. The Race 2, with its twist lock and wings, is specifically designed for vigorous movement and gets rave reviews for stability. The 310NC offers a snug fit for general use, but some found it could fall out during intense activity, and you might get cable noise, rub it on your shirt.
Ah, yeah, microphonics. Annoying.
Can be. Finally, customization. Race 2 has the app for deep control over EQ, ANC, etc. The 310NC has those simpler but convenient EQ presets on the remote. Depends how much tweaking you want to do.
Okay, that lays it out pretty clearly.
Yeah.
So pulling it all together, what's the bottom line for someone trying to choose?
Well, essentially, if your top priorities are complete wireless freedom, maximum durability against water and dust, and features like powerful noise canceling for intense workouts or travel,
Then the Endurance Race 2 is probably worth the extra money for you?
exactly. It's built for that demanding, active, untethered lifestyle despite the higher cost. It's an investment in that specific kind of performance and convenience. But if your budget is tight and what you really care about is getting the best possible sound quality for your money, especially that high-res capability from a USB-C device, and maybe you're mostly listening while working, commuting, or doing less intense exercise where a wire isn't a big deal.
Then the Tune 310C offers kind of amazing audio value, doesn't it?
It really does. You get fantastic sound for that $25 price tag. You just need to be aware of those potential durability questions and treat them a bit more gently, perhaps.
What a fascinating comparison. Wired versus wireless, budget versus features.
Yeah.
It really shows there's no single best option.
Absolutely not. It always boils down to your specific needs, your lifestyle, what you value most.
It does make you think, though,
Mm-hmm.
in this big rush to make everything wireless,
Yeah.
when does that simple, direct, wired connection still have a real edge? It's not always about cutting the cord, is it?
That's a great point. Sometimes simplicity and that direct signal path still offer something valuable, especially when budget and pure audio fidelity are key. It's definitely something worth pondering.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive here on Tech Talk Central. We really hope this comparison helps you figure out your next pair of earbuds. And hey, if you want to check out the latest prices or find deals on either the JBL Tune 310C or the JBL Endurance Race 2, definitely look for the links down in the description below.
And if you found this useful, please do subscribe to the channel. We've got lots more tech insights and analysis coming your way. We'll catch you on the next one.